Hello students, welcome back. In this session we are going to discuss about the basics of engineering drawing or engineering graphics, how to use all the instruments and how to draw, which type of lines you have to use and what type of drawing technique you have to follow. Today we'll be discussing in this session. So first of all, I'll discuss about types of lines in engineering graphics. In types of line, you'll be having first one, thick line, thick, dark, continuous line. These types of lines are used for actual drawing, means object full view drawing or representing any of the object. We'll be using thick dark line. Then thin light line, a continuous line. These are used for as a reference lines or projectors and other reference purpose. We'll be using thin lines. Third one, this is section line. Thick, dark, long dash, dotted line. These are used as a section lines. Fourth one, your axis line. That would be thin, light, long dash, short dash line. This is axis line. Fifth one, you'll be using as a dark dash lines. These are used for hidden lines. These are the various lines that we follow in engineering graphics generally. This thick dark continuous lines is useful for representing any of the drawing. Say, suppose I'm taking this cube. I'm representing it original drawing has a dark line, right? You can see this is a dark line and this is a thin line. So I'm not using any of these lines over here. After this completion, I have to show the back end also. Simply suppose you are drawing the view of this one, sharpener. This is a rectangular cuboid having rectangular faces, all sides. When you are looking in this direction, you can see this line, this, and this. But what about these back lines? Because these front lines are hiding these back lines, but we have to represent this back lines also. For that purpose, I'll be using this thick dark dash lines. Right, these are the hidden lines showing the back side of the object also. Right, I have to represent the axis line also because this is a solid having a center point over here. I'll be locating the center point at this face, and at this face also I'll be locating the center point. From this to this end I have to draw this axis line. This would be thin, long dash, short dash line. And one more line I have to mention, forgot to mention it. That is dimensioning line. That would be in this form, light. The arrows would be dark, and arrows is 1:3 ratio. Means suppose this gap, width is 1, and this width would be 3 mm, or else this is 2 mm. This would be 6 mm. 2 into 3, 6. 1 into 3, 3. So arrow size would be 1:3 ratio, and these are the dimension lines used for dimensioning purpose. So I have to represent the dimensions also over here. So I'll be taking light lines and dark arrows over here, 1:3 ratio. Means this would be 2 mm and this would be 6 mm. So I'll be representing this length as 40. I should write it dark, and it should be above or below this dimension line. It should not be at the middle of this line. Some of the students are writing this as in a middle part. Don't write it. Write it above or below it. And again, I have to show this dimensions also. Everywhere I have to follow the same ratio of the arrows, and again I'm writing at the above. Here I'm writing 40. So you can see that there is a small gap at this lines joining to this figure. You can see here also, here, and you can see the gap of 10 mm from this original drawing to this dimension line. 10 mm gap over here, and at this position there is a small 1 mm gap. So these are the standards, and this is the aligned dimension technique that what you are using here. You have to follow either aligned dimension techniques or else angle dimension techniques, but you have to follow only one type of dimensioning for one particular side of the sheet or one particular drawing sections. Okay, I'm representing this. This is actual drawing lines. This is axis line. These are hidden lines. These are dimension lines. So here in this figure, we don't require this thin light lines, continuous lines. There's a reference line because we are drawing only simple object. In the coming sections, we are going to discuss about all these types of lines, where they can be used and how they can be used, and where they have to actually apply their presence in that. Okay, hope everyone understand about the types of lines we have to use in a drawing. Suppose we are drawing any circle over here. This is actual figure, and we have to represent it center by using this thin long dash short dash line. This is axis line. This is very thin and long dash short dash. So this is your center point. So if you want to represent the dimensions of these circles or curved object, you can represent in this manner also by taking full dimension lines like this. I think you have noted this symbol over here. This is a symbol of diameter phi. If you are taking the radius from here to here, if you are pointing towards inside the arrow, that you can take as R20, or else if you are taking arrow mark from outside, you have to take it diameter 40 or else D40, or else another dimension also you can represent in this manner also, taking arrow marks inside of the circle and represent it has diameter 40. So in this manner you have to represent the dimensions for all of the objects. I hope everyone understand these topics. Thank you, and do subscribe the channel and follow the channel for regular updates in engineering graphics or engineering drawing. Thank you.